Have you ever heard a sound so strange, so otherworldly, that it sends a shiver down your spine? A sound that feels like it's clawing at something deep inside your mind. A memory that isn't yours. What if I told you there's a sound that does more than just scare you? What if it makes you remember dying? This isn't just a campfire story. It's the tale of Experiment 734, a project shrouded in secrecy, conducted by a team of ambitious, perhaps reckless, neuroscientists. They weren't trying to create a weapon or a monster. Their goal was something far more abstract: to isolate the frequency of a memory, specifically, the most profound memory the human brain could ever experience, the memory of its own end. They believed that every living being, on some deep, primal level, held a cellular echo of this ultimate moment. They hypothesized that a specific, complex audio frequency, a Thanatos tone, could unlock it. For years they worked in a soundproofed lab, buried deep underground. They combined infrasound, resonant frequencies, and biofeedback loops, meticulously crafting a tone that theoretically resonated with the very essence of mortality. The first test was on a simple AI, which immediately corrupted its own code. Then they moved to animal trials. A lab rat, exposed to the tone for a mere fraction of a second, simply lay down, its breathing slowed, and its heart just stopped. No struggle, no panic. It just ended. The scientists were unnerved, but morbidly triumphant. They had found it. The next step, inevitably, was human trials. The first volunteer, a man named Alan, sat in the chamber, headphones on. The tone was played for less than a second. His eyes went wide, but he didn't scream. He didn't move. He just went silent. He stopped responding to questions, to stimuli, to everything. His brain scans showed frantic activity, a storm of signals in the memory centers. But outwardly, he was a statue. He had retreated so far into his own mind, into this newfound memory, that he never came back. Panic began to set in, but the lead scientist, Dr. Eris Thorne, was obsessed. He believed they were on the verge of understanding life, death, and consciousness itself. He insisted they continue. One by one, every person who heard the tone, even accidentally, through a compromised speaker or a leaked recording, fell into the same silent, waking coma. They were lost to the echo of their own final moments, replaying a death they hadn't yet lived. The lab descended into chaos. In a desperate attempt to contain the sound, the facility was put into lockdown. But it was too late. The frequency had somehow leaked. Through the ventilation, through digital signals, it propagated. People in the control room, guards in the hallways, one by one, they heard it and fell silent. The world outside was unaware as this silent plague spread through the compound. Only one person remained, Dr. Ilara Vance, a junior researcher who had been working in a shielded archive room. When she emerged, she found a world of statues, her colleagues, her friends, all frozen in the last moment before the sound claimed them. She was utterly alone, the last conscious person in a tomb of her own making. Using the last of the facility's power, she set up a single microphone. She knew the sound was still out there, resonating, evolving. She had to leave a warning, a final testament. As she started recording, a new sound began to emerge from the silence. It was faint at first, a whisper carried on the same horrifying frequency. It was the Thanatos tone, but it had changed. It was no longer just a frequency. It had a voice, and it was whispering a single word, over and over. It was her name. The sound wasn't just a key anymore. It had become the locksmith. It was actively seeking out the last unlocked mind. Her final recording captures her last ragged breaths, and beneath them, the sound that remembers death, calling for her, Thanks for joining me on this dive into the unknown. If stories like this capture your imagination, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into the shadows. Stay curious and stay safe.